Hey, what's going on, everybody? So, I just wanted to do a quick little video on something that I didn't really see people talking about, but it's revolved around something that most, if not all people, if they don't know it, they probably will be told it at some point. But there's a thing in this game you go here to the House of Legends, and you go over here by the Fusionaut. You go in here, and you go to tier 1 and 2, select that. You go to Gotham Wastelands, and in Gotham Wastelands, there's two enemies that you grind to get your gear score up, or your CR. And one thing that I noticed people weren't talking about when it came to that, because there were people that are like, oh yeah, get your CR up, within an hour and blah blah this and that, like you could do it super fast and stuff. And that is true, but only if you're in a group and you're going there. And so as soon as the two appear, the group starts fighting them and kills them one and then another, and then goes back over to the other side, kills that one, goes back over, kills that one, and just rinse and repeat. And you will get your CR up pretty quickly if you have a group to run with. Because if you go there by yourself outside of a group, your chances are it's going to be extremely hard for you to get gear from those enemies, because there are other people there killing it before you kill it. And I've heard that it depends on the damage, but okay, let's say that that's true. If you don't do enough damage on that enemy, somebody else gets that gear because you're not in the group that's grinding them. However, I found something that if for whatever reason your group or league isn't on and you're trying to grind that by yourself, there is something in the Watchtower or the Hall of Doom, depending on if you're a hero or a villain, where you can switch over to PvP. So if you go in here and you look at your warp menu, you can warp to all these different places, but below your warp menu, there's phase. If you click on phase, hold on, let me close this out. Maybe I have to close that out. And it says phase 1, PvP. It's the only phase that's open here. But if you go to that location, if you go to Gotham Wasteland, there's going to be a phase that's called PvP. So somewhere in the Hall of Doom or the Watchtower, it's pretty easy to find, there is a portal that you can go to that switches you over to PvP. And the reason that that's such a good thing is chances are there might only be one other person that's running the PvP phase in Gotham Wastelands. So if you want an easier time grinding this, if you are like me and there's huge chunks of time in which your group is not online and you have to try and run it by yourself, I am highly recommending going to the Hall of Doom or the Watchtower, switching to PvP, and then going to Gotham Wastelands. You'll have a much easier time grinding this out. And like I said, that's if you are trying to do it by yourself without a group, because there's been a few occasions in which I've went there in one of the PvE phases, and I tried to grind it and couldn't. They would kill it before I could get the gear. So I asked them to invite me, and there have been times in which there was nice groups there that allowed me to be invited with them so that it was easier for me to get that gear. But there have also been groups where they just ignored my existence and I couldn't pair with them, and they were getting all the loot from it. And so it was just a waste of time, because you're trying to grind for something that other people are trying to grind. You can't get that loot because you're not part of their group, and you're just wasting your time at that point. So if your league's not on or your group's not on, and you're trying to go and grind Gotham Wastelands by yourself, go to PvP and then go there. You'll have a much easier time grinding the enemies for the gear score. So I just wanted to make that quick little video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right. Later.